Okay, is this working now? There's so many things happening today. Why is life? Why is life? Can you guys hear me? Yes, we can hear. Oh, thank God. Thank you, Rasp. Hello, everybody. Give me a moment. Oh, is that me on YouTube as well? Shush it. There we go. So, we're gonna just... Okay. So you guys don't understand what I just went through? You have no idea. My stream didn't want to activate properly. Turns out there was some issues. I couldn't connect to a server. I struggled. I did all kinds of things. And eventually I had to contact the help desk. And what they did manage to fix the problem. I talked to a very lovely lady who apparently is named Jessica. Thank you, Jessica. I appreciate it. So Jessica got it all straightened out on their end. And we are now here. So who's in chat for Jessica? Let me guess. Windows updated? No, this was a thing on Restream's side, because I talked to both YouTube and Twitch chat, right? And for some strange reason, the site I used to stream to both at the same time didn't want to work. Works now, though! Is this the Blade Mage? This is the Blade Mage, yes. Hey, Norman. So, after, 45 minutes of trying to figure out what was wrong, it is now fixed. I was gonna stream... God, I was gonna stream 3 my time, but no. No. Let me gank you, bro. Well, I suppose that is the strategy that you would have to use to kill me. Because I'm that good. I feel like that may have been implied, though. I didn't really need the last part. Anyways, GigaChat Jessica, thank you so much. Welcome in, everybody. Welcome. Today, we will be using a Blade Mage. It was a suggestion from from one of the people in chat. And after reading it, it was fairly similar to a mage build that I've used before. One that I really like using, which involves the Carrion Sorcery Sword. This one is a little bit more focused on the different blades here. So I got Adula's Moonblade, Carrion Piercer, and Carrion Phalanx. I love this guy. Who doesn't? Hawaii 64. Also, that I assume that is a reference to the Nintendo 64. That was my machine, man. That was my machine. That's where Nintendo kind of wormed itself into my body and I couldn't help myself. How are you doing, Nap? What the fuck is that thing? Oh, machine juiced. Nintendo 64 is based? I would tend to agree. So now we can finally get to the action, what I was going to do. Of course, right after I had issues, the microphone stopped working for a little bit, because apparently some update had put my audio settings back to standard, which is always annoying. I'm going to assume, though, that you guys can hear the game, right? Good morning, Levi. Mage Knight is my favorite of your builds. I love the thrusting shield, Carrion thrusting combo. I agree. I might just get the Asher War, though, on the shield that allows me to attack with it. I think that's better. How are you doing, Rice? Today's a sweet tooth day, making some chocolate cake with cardamom in. Oh, I do love that. I'm taking it a little easy. I'm still railing after doing my taxes. Damn you, taxman. Is the Sorcerer's Sword any good? The last time I tried it, it damage utterly sucked. So they did upgrade it a bit. Now, the damage isn't super good, I will admit, but if you pair it with the shield, you have multiple forms of damage, and I think it's one of the most fun builds in the game. Don't know. Try making game noises.
My mind is on fire.
You can hear. You cannot hear the game. Are you not hearing any of this? Did you hear me hurt him? Ooh, okay. See, that wasn't very damaging. Because I can hear the game. Oh, baby. Whew. We hear you only the music and your beautiful melodious voice. Well, I'm not surprised, quite frankly, which is a little unfortunate because in this situation, I would assume that... Oh boy, what is happening to that guy? In this situation, if there was an update, I would probably have to fix the audio on the games as well, because, you know, it got updated and ruined everything. Which means I can't even get the recordings of this invasion with audio, which... that is unfortunate.
I come out, and then I start eating garbage.
Can you at least hear Danny DeVito? Could you hear that? That was too bad though, because that was a great invasion. Yeah, fuck it. I'm saving it, and we'll see what happens. The PS5 audio. Yeah, it's default, isn't it? So, do we go this one? That should be working, right? Let's make the sound effects. Skadoosh! Boom! Hiya! I did that once. I was part of a video where the guy removed all the sound effects from Dark Souls 3 and just added different voices of YouTubers in there instead. So, can you hear the game now? That's a yes. That was those speakers. You didn't need those anyways. Hey, Gandalf. I use giant swords for the stun hit. If you summon swords on different timings, we'll give it a good go. Good. I'll do a little changing. A little changing of the Ashes of War. So we have... Oh, alright, so where is it? It's this one. We don't want it to be frost, do we? No, we'll just go for the damage, or I think magic is where it's at. It's actually the most damaging thing we have. A little poke. Hey, Nossicool, welcome! Can dueling shields do crit damage? Never seen it, but I never used it as well. I think they do. Do you mean like a backstab? Well, yeah, I assume so. I honestly don't remember. Which is weird, but I would assume so. Now I have to try. Because I don't remember these things. I forget everything about a build 5 seconds after after I use it. They can backstab and do critical damage. Yeah, that's what I thought. Just gotta... Yeah, it looks fairly standard, honestly. That was a little weird. That was a little weird shuffle. You need Glintblade and Glintblade Trio. The main part of the build is for stun and poke combos. Glintblade and Glintblade Trio, so not carry and phalanx. Where's the... Oh, why am I running over here? I kind of forgot where the bonfire was. There we go. Oh, yes. It's over there. Go away, cheese man. You don't want cheese? Who doesn't want cheese? Cheese is lovely. Let's see. Memorize spells. Glint Blade 3-0. Yeah, I suppose that's it. So we'll use... We'll go boom. Alright, that's what that does. I love that music, by the way. Can you hear that? Oh god, why is this so annoying? My audio mixing in OBS is... It always hides the audio that I want to see, which is, of course, the desktop audio and the game audio. I legit forget. Oh, look, Vanta. Don't worry about it. I legitimately forget things as well, and I play it like every day. I play it every day, everybody. I play it every day. Hey, Starbird. Hi, Lost. How are you today? Okay, so today has been a bit of a weird day. I got free sausages at a hardware store con. I didn't know they had one, but it was like a smaller one, so I went in there and I stood there with like a hot dog in one hand and a drill in the other. And you know, when you have a drill, you go and I did that while eating my hot dog, and I felt very manly and masculine. You know, my testosterone just skyrocketed in that moment. Then I got home. I talked with my wife for a bit, just hung out, chilled with the wifey, and then I was about to start my stream, but my stream didn't want to start, so I had to fumble around for... Ooh, I'll take that. I had to fumble around for a little while. I asked this lady named Jessica for some assistance over at the Restream Help Center, and we got things sorted, and boom, now we're here. Oh, baby. So that was my day. I got hard sausages. No, they were pretty... They were pretty well done. What is this whole build about? So, these are generally about a few different things. Right now, I can have Glintblade Trio. I use this. And we can use it to combo into some stabbing. Put some real pressure on. But I also really like this sword because it can really surprise a few people. People don't use this very often, but it is one of my favorite weapons, especially in combination with the shield, because you have a lot of options, and different options are very good. Hello, Nadal. I tried a new sausage for me at the gas station some weeks ago. Was cheese and bacon in it. Very good on the road sausage. On the road sausages, I do love that. I don't go on the road very often, but I engage in a little bit of gas station sausage every now and then, you know? I do realize that gas station sausage does sound a little bit like prostitution, given that you could probably write down somebody's phone number and then sausage underneath, and everybody knows what that means. The 8-hour-old crusty ones? No, we don't do that. We don't eat those. You always have to check. Yeah. You always have to check, everybody. When you enter, and if the sausages are bad, you might want to engage in a little bit of a gas station burger instead. Also, you want to know what I did yesterday? Yesterday was a rough day. It was really rough. Because I watched Grave of the Fireflies. If you have seen that movie, I am not ashamed to admit that I cried like a woman on her period. And what's even worse, because the movie was so dark, I didn't drink my soda. Because it's about two kids during World War II. And they got blasted a bit, yeah. And so I'm sitting there, and they're like struggling to eat. And I felt bad for eating chips and drinking soda. Oh boy. Oh boy. So now you basically know what I've been doing for the last couple of days. Also I've been editing. You know, that's also something that I do. Hey, Leon. And another thing, actually. And another thing. For some reason, my eye keeps twitching. It's like my muscles right here has decided today we're gonna spasm. We're spazzing out. We're a spasmer. Lost, I can always use your hugs. Well, Eros, after watching Grave of the Fireflies, I need the hugs too. So, there you go. Glintblade Trio fires faster than Charged Glintblade. Well, we'll get to... I don't generally use Glintblade very often. Most of that stems from I do not like playing mage characters. I want to have a sword in my hand. But the Carrion Sorcery Sword kind of changed a lot of that, given that it's a catalyst. Twitching eye muscles could be because of strained, tired muscles or stress. Well, to be fair, I did just do my taxes. Whoa. Oh, that was funny. GG. Lost your eyes just spamming L2? Yeah, kinda. That's how it feels like. My eye is on that Rivers of Blood Bloodbender. Looked at one of your stream votes and you talked about how the new Nosferatu lost. Was Nick Cage any good? The new Nosferatu? I've seen him mostly comedy things, so I have a hard time separating him from that even when he plays a serious role. So, Nick Cage is not in the new Nosferatu movie. Nick Cage was in another movie called Renfield, which actually focuses on Dracula's assistant. And in that movie, he is very, very funny. The movie itself is okay. It's good for it's a fine popcorn movie. But Nicolas Cage is not in Nosferatu. Not in Nosferatu, the vampire is played by not Stellan Skarsgård, the other Skarsgård, the child Skarsgård, the one that plays it. Which is, quite frankly, an amazing performance by him. Maybe you're mixing with Willem Dafoe? Because he plays in that movie. I'm using a Marionette cosplay build for PvP recently and Vare cosplays. Oh, you're using Vare cosplay, so you're fighting with the bouquet. Well, you must have only had losses then. I only put enough into some and use them. It's mainly strength with a little magic and get close to mages. Well, this one is just pure... It's pure int, really. It's pure int. All my damage comes from int. Must have been Defoe, yeah. Hey, Lost, can you wish me luck on my exam tomorrow morning? Small Jam, you don't need luck. Your brain is so goddamn big that the only thing larger would be your ballsack. Quite frankly, I'm surprised you managed to keep that thing upright. You don't need luck. You just gotta go in there and crush. Was the new Nosferatu good? Yes. So the new Nosferatu movie is very good. It's not a real action-packed movie. It is really a very oppressive movie. It follows the story, but you could argue that the vampire is very much a metaphor for... 2 seconds. Boop. Oh, you're actually... Oh, that's unfortunate. I thought that was a cliff edge. Ooh, alright. So they're after me now. They are indeed after me. And somebody's trying to shoot me. Ooh, I see what you're doing. Oh, that was a close one. I'm gonna go over here now because they seem to be wanting something from me. Ooh, alright, so here they are. We'll go through the walls. Can I go through the walls?
I started blasting. Bang, bang.
Ooh. Okay, good hit. Ooh. Time to change some stuff up. Oh, I wanted to get the backstab there, but I didn't. I didn't get that. So, heal up a bit. Ooh, got hit by multiple things there. That was painful. Oh, okay, I got hit by that, even though I feel like I shouldn't have. I wasn't in a good place, but that shouldn't have hit, I think. It's more of a suspense thriller than a cult horror. Yeah, so it's not a super scary movie. But it is a movie that takes really, really powerful themes and ties it together with the vampire as a nice metaphor. I think it's really good. I think it's really good. The cinematography and everything. It has horror flavor to it, but they did something else. Yeah, a suspenseful thriller with a little bit of spookiness in it every now and then. It really portrays the vampire how I expect him to look if he had been real. Because vampires are often portrayed as these elegant creatures, you know? But in Nosferatu, he's just a monster. Hey, Lost, what cheese do you like? So, I've eaten a lot of cheese. In fact, my wife and I, we have this tradition every year during Christmas where we go to the Christmas market and we buy different types of cheeses. And so we buy a red cheese and a green cheese and a honey glazed cheese. And I think the honey glazed cheese and the red cheese might be the best. I'm not entirely certain what the red cheese is made out of. I don't remember what it's called, but it's super good. Hey, Lost, first time in one of your streams. Why is Danny DeVito in a jar? How did he get there? Oh, he was invited. He was invited. And when I got him in the jar, you know, I didn't let him go. But he does need food, though, and he eats money. So, whenever you want to... every donation is basically a sandwich for Danny. Can I get a yeehaw? I think I did that really good. Like the Predator they are. Yes. For invasions, I can't find anyone at rune level 180. Well, at 180, I find tons of stuff. I'm at 169 right now, so I'm only 11 rune levels beneath you. I tend to go 200 because I get the most invasions there, but yeah. Hi, Lost. Box Mom says you're beautiful. Well, I mean, I know, because I was in bed with her last night, if you know what I mean. I mean sex. Oh, hey, Raymo. Do you not have a friend with you? Oh, yeah, no, you do. I don't even know if Raymo here is the actual main guy. Ooh, what is that? That is magic, that is. Or faith, I should say. Well, I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna heal. Not heal exactly, but I'm gonna take that. Oh, okay. What? Not entirely certain what happened there, but alright. Hey, Lost. Today was very, very hot here. My short is still stuck in my cheeks. But that's how we like it, though, isn't it? You know? Having your shorts dripping wet with sweat. Just outlining your buttocks and your genitals. That's how you get the ladies. I've heard, I mean. Lost, thoughts on the Tinkerbell movies? Only seen the porn parodies. Where you had a woman who was on like a massive recreation of a penis. And she was basically just slapped by it, you know? She was just laying on bed, and then they took like a... it must have been 20-foot penis and just went like pow, pow, pow. It didn't look pleasant. I don't know who's got a kink for that type of stuff, but yeah, that was unpleasant. Haven't seen Sword of Night and Flame in some time. Is that's still good? Yeah, it's still good. It's one of the few weapons that are still kind of like faith and int. It's not as insane as it used to be, though. It used to be insane. Let's just admit that glint blades suck. Glint blade? Glint blade trio? Yeah, there's a lot of things that really doesn't serve any purpose in the game. I remember a modern movie that got talked about called Green Knight. Oh yeah, I have seen that. I have seen it. I thought it was pretty good. It's one of those movies that you have to kind of be in the mood for. Because it's all about that dude's character development. What the hell? Alright. Because it's all about that dude's character development. And so... I could see some people find it to be a bit boring. It's not one of those movies that are gonna change your life or anything, but when I watched it, I was like, yeah, okay, it's kinda neat. I like it. Glintblade Tree can combo into Loretta Slash. Can I even use that? Oops. Do you think God counters are more for PvE than PvP? Yeah. Yeah, they're just too slow. Yeah. There should be a way. So here's what I would do with God counters in order to make them good. There should be more control. So first and foremost, if you're gonna just have them all do at the basic speed, they should always be able to roll catch. But I would prefer it if the guard counter could have like a charge up effect. Just like a heavy attack. And so you can decide when the attack comes out in order to mind game your opponents. As it stands right now, it is more of a PvE thing, absolutely. And I would even go further and say that it's mostly only useful for big bosses and bigger enemies. Because smaller enemies you can just ruin straight up. Okay. Well, that was unfortunate. Oh! What?! Alright. I hope Lord of the Rings trilogy is still considered one of the all-time greats. I think it's... Oh, it's not just amazing for its time, Reist. Look, here's the thing. Lord of the Rings is not just amazing for its time. It's amazing now. It's quite frankly more amazing now. I think a lot of modern fantasy movies has failed to live up to the potential that that movie set. Lord of the Rings is the definitive fantasy movies in that type of elves and dwarves and I want to say gritty magic, because there's a lot of magic in it, but it's not something that humans can wield easily, right? You have Gandalf, you got some tree people, you got Sauron, you got Saruman, but most of them, they are not magic. So they are absolutely, without a doubt, the greatest fantasy movies that has been made. And I will hear nothing! If invaders were targets like the host for enemies, invasions would be so scary. If invaders were targets for the host, then there would be a lot more ganking. It wouldn't be scary, it would just be frustrating. Low magic setting, kinda. It's not like Gandalf is throwing fireballs everywhere. Exactly. In fact, I think it's really interesting, because when they're up on the mountain, in the book, right? When they're up on the mountain, they're trying to go over the pass, but they can't, and so they decide to go through the Moria mines instead. But while they're up on the mountain, the snow is everywhere. Gandalf uses a spell to conjure up fire to keep him warm. And he said, well, if nobody knew before, they know now. So, creating magical fire is quite a big deal. Oh, thank you, Gaming Gimp!
The Gaming Gimp tipped $5 through Super Chat. Been watching you on YouTube for weeks now. Glad I finally made it to a live stream.
Appreciate it.
Shout out from USA.
Thanks, man. I sometimes stream a little late, but a lot of people from the United States don't get to watch my streams, because the time difference is just, you know, so noticeable. Whew. Oh, that was unfortunate again. Why is YouTube's voice so seducing? No, that's Thumbie's voice, enter. Lost, what's your PC specs? So, my PC is black and gay, right? It has a black scale, a black shell, with, like, those gay lights inside of it. It seems like there's a party every single time I stream, which is cool. I appreciate the PC enjoying itself. If you want anything else out of me, then I don't fucking know. I know nothing about my PC. That's all I know. My PC is black and gay. I'm not a PC guy. I used to have like a a little note that had my PC specs, but I forgot about it and it went into poo. Hello, Go. Can I get a little backstabber? Oh, nope. No backstabber for me. Nope. Oh! Here comes another one. Ah. Well, I did hurt both of them, but we didn't do enough damage. Come on, another attack? No? Well, I know what they're doing. Oh, what is wrong with today's connections, man? That's not a hit? Oh, yeah, okay. Alright. It's crisp as hell when it's them, but other than that... Woo, baby. Oh, come on! Really? Oh, it's because... yeah, I'm fighting downhill. That's why. Gotta heal that, and he's gonna drink that as well. He's gonna heal. Damn it! If I can get like 2 solid roll catches. No. Don't forget your PC is pushed to start too. Oh, that's true. My PC is pushed to start. I put the wires in it so I can use. I'm actually gaming with the keyboard and mouse. If you didn't know that. Where did my music go? How many curved great clubs do you think you could consume? Curved great clubs? Do I look like a woodchuck to you? Do I look like a woodchuck to you? I don't eat wood. That's my wife's job. I lost. The Spear of the Impaler is one of the easiest things to backstab. Is it? Is it one of the easiest things to backstab when you have 2 other people throwing magic at you? Come on, die. Am I doing that? No, but your PC does. My PC does what? I don't remember. Considering that Tolkien decided not to write too detailed magic, it's left to the users to decide what magic is, and it's kind of cool. I think magic in that world is pretty... I don't want to say vague. It's just not much of it. Yeah, you'll have certain elves and shit that throw magic around, but it is what it is. Your PC can throw the great clubs, curved great clubs. Oh! Yes, you can backstab. Mesmer's Assault is one of the most annoying in ganks. Yes. Yes, it is. Mesmer's weapon is kind of a crutch weapon because you throw out an Azure Ward that does all the work for you. You don't need to use it. It doesn't need to be skillful in any way. Just like Rivers of Blood, really. Oh, Skank Hunt 42. Hi, Skank Hunt. What are we doing here? Are we murdering these poor innocent guys? I think he might be farming for something. Hey, buddy. Yeah, we can fight. Let's go. Nice. Woo. Oh, so we're healing? Alright, now we can do that. That's fine. Oh, you should be careful. Dude, you should be careful. I'm not a nice guy. I don't. Okay, so he does do the Healy. He does have the Healy stuff. Yes. Oh, that was almost a backstab. Almost. Oh, I forgot! I tried to do something cool. I tried to do a heavy attack there, but it didn't work. I want to be a sexy elf. A sexy elf? Nap, you're already sexy. Do you have to be an elf as well? Really, Nap? Stop it. Just stop it. You can't just corner the world of cool shit. Hey, Taddy. I think he might be getting the... Yeah. The Noble Slender Sword is probably what he's doing, and then he's, like, fighting there as well, because it's boring. It's 0.5% chance of dropping, so I get it.
Your family now.
A supple femme-elf. Supple is a good word, isn't it? Supple is a word that you don't really want to use to describe a guy. Oh, that man is just so supple. You know, that's something you use to describe women. Oh. Oh, thank you. I needed those Lord runes. Yeah. And 99 Shadow runes. Thank you. Boo. Alright, cool. Oh, he didn't give a shit. He just went after everybody there. Right. Today is not my day. Oh, come on. You know. I'm gonna go over here because it's a little. Oh, what? No! I love the word coitus. Would 5% be the same as rolling a 200-sided die and hitting a crit? Yeah. Pretty much. Now, if you have a 200-sided die, I have to ask you, what the fuck type of D&D are you playing? The only weapon that I farmed was the magma blades, because nobody in my circle of friends got it yet. Every other weapon I had dropped through me when I make my builds. Every other weapon I actually got pretty easily. Yeah, I only had to farm for that weapon. What's my discovery? Well, now I don't know. My discovery now didn't matter. Phew. I'm too lazy to get another spell from Bale. Yeah, same. I'm ranking my sanity to farm the noble slender sword. Oh yeah. Don't do it like that, Reaver. Just ask somebody for it. Or if you're on a PC, just use a cheat engine. Yeah, arcane helps you with farming. So go get your arcane on, man. You can't duplicate Bale's thing, huh? No. No, Bale is annoying. I actually have the wrong spell from Bale, so I never really use it. Pew pew. Okay. Something is happening up there. We are going on a crocodile hunt, ladies and gentlemen. Of course, I don't necessarily know if... Ooh. Ooh. There we go. So I got a Kaido. And the crocodile seemed to have been smashed by somebody else. That's unfortunate. Did you hear the one of the two new starter classes coming with the Tarnished Edition DLC will feature the Milady? No, I didn't know that. But I don't mind that. That's a good starter weapon. And the other one will probably start with a new weapon, which is a giant falchion or something. Hey, Rosario. You know what we need? We need Cannon of Haima so that we can push people off the cliff. Ooh, hey. Oh, that would have been a good one, but I didn't hit. Oh, can I grab that? No, not really. Ooh. Okay, so they are... So he's healing. I'm gonna take that healing as well. Oh, he came at me with this. Damn it. I should have charged it longer, but... There are bugs under our skin. If you have bugs under your skin, I think you should probably go and see a doctor. I feel like adding starter classes would be a bit pointless if they didn't come with hard to get equipped with like the milady. I still kind of think that adding the starter classes is a little pointless, just period. But you know, whatever. Or just craft hefty magic or frost pots. I could, but that would require me to do it. Hey, Dark. Okay. Alright, where are you? Screw it. I do want my magic pots. But I have well, we don't really need them to do damage, do we? We just need them to throw. So, fuck it. They must be down, then. Yes, you can tell that they're down. Down we go. Oops! That looked like it would hurt. Maybe I should have crafted magic pots. Hey, look at that! The blue decided to commit seppuku, which is perfectly fine by my standards. You invading at level 200? Not today. I'm 169? Yeah, probably still stay at 169 until I respec my character or re-download my save. Ooh. Hey, buddy! Things getting exciting, right? Oh, man, that's death for you. Okay, not bad. Ooh. Oh, no, that's fine. I thought I had to go down and hunt him. But, you know, death from splash is fine, too. I did not know you could make it down that cliff. Have you never been there? Have you never been to the Fog Rift Fort? Have you never explored this area? That was the last area that I explored in the game. Bro fell off. Oh, I should have said that. Fuck. Death by splash, magic up can kill. Well, no. The splash mostly happens when his body hits the floor and his internal organs are liquefied, creating that splash sound effect. Why not? Why make a starting class at this point? I mean, lore reasons, maybe? Why is my hair so unruly today? My hair doesn't want to listen. I think I'm just having a bad hair day. Will Tarnished be separate purchase for all those who own it? Or will it be free, some like editions before? No, you will have to buy it, Reist. You will have to buy the Tarnished Pack. That's what it's going to be called, the Tarnished Pack. And it's not a... I guess we think it's going to be like $5. We get 4 new weapons, 4 new outfits, and 4 new Ashes of War. So it works. Yeah, it's basically horse armor, right? Are you talking Night Train? We won't get the Night Train equipment in Elden Ring, as far as we know. The 4 new armors are from the different Souls games and from, well, some might just be remade for Elden Ring. So the Tarnished edition that comes to Switch now will become DLC for everybody else. So you get a little bit extra weapons and stuff and such. I do think a flail starting class would be fun. I would probably have used that if there was one. But it is what it is. Hey, Raik! Elden Ring pay-to-win PvP is going to be so fun. There's not going to be a pay-to-win PvP. I don't know what that is about, Kiki. There's 4 new weapons. They're going to be pretty much the same as the previous ones. It's going to be a nice little addition, but I don't see the weapons do much. Oh, come on. How did I miss that? Is that gonna work? Probably not. Nope. Oh, we're gonna heal, aren't you? No, it's not gonna heal. Probably should focus on this guy first, really, because if we kill the host, then... Ow. I'll take that, thank you. Ooh, something else is what? Oh. The DLCs in the FromSoft games always have the best stuff. Is it pay to win? Yeah, I could see it. I could see that being well, pay to win is not the word I would use. I think pay to win would have to be a more extreme jump in power, which this isn't. While I would agree that the best stuff is definitely in the DLC, I still wouldn't call it pay to win. I'm just waiting for the Night Rain gacha. I don't think Night Train will be a gacha game. There will be DLC 1. There will be 1 DLC. Maybe more DLC if the game is successful. I do not think that it will be successful to the point where it gets another one. Ring slots are the biggest power creeps. Yes, that's true. A Battle Royale PvP would be so sweet. I think it would be really fun. I think it would be fun too. And you might get that if you buy Night Train on PC, because I know people are working on it right now as we speak. Best rings are always in the DLC. Well, I'm not using any DLC rings now. I still think that Shard of Alexander is one of the best ones. Two-handed sword talisman, alright, I will give you that. And the lacerating cross tree talisman, I'd give you that too. And of course there are the Blessed Blue Dew talisman and the Crimson Seed talisman +2. Isn't there another one of these? Why don't I have that? Am I just being stupid? Storm talisman is good. Relana's cameo is good. The Dark Souls, yeah, I would, yeah. No, that's just a straight fucking upgrade, isn't it? That's just a straight fucking upgrade. The best new weapons in the game, which I would call the shield, especially for duels, and the Rexasha for PvP, is in the DLC. Although there are, of course, things like the Moon Veil. Let's not forget the Moon Veil and double spears. Double spears to double spears, you know. But you don't necessarily need the DLC to get DLC weapons. Don't you? Don't you? Can you drop them? I don't think you can, though. If you drop DLC stuff, you just won't be able to pick them up if you don't have them. Or am I wrong there? Iron Eye? Question mark? Ow. Okay, so where's the other guy? There he is. Yeah. We knew that was coming, didn't we? We did. Okay, oh man, I shouldn't have wasted that, because what we could do is that we could have used just this thing. Oh, really? That didn't hit? I swear to God. I deserve that one. I deserved it. Ooh, boy. Ooh, boy. Should have had more things to throw at them. Alright, so that's the Pata person down. That's good. Here we are. We'll drink that. We'll take this. Of course, that's how we're gonna be doing it. Whew. What? Oh, I thought I still had some time. It's how it's worked in earlier games. Wouldn't be surprised if that wouldn't be the case in it. Because if, let's see, can you drop DLC weapons in Elden Ring? Can confirm you can drop things for base game players. That's actually pretty sweet. That's actually pretty sweet. Am I beautiful? I'm not looking. If I'm going to start looking up every single guy who sends me stuff on my PlayStation, then it's gonna become disruptive. Bad situation. No, not a great situation. But the fact that you can drop shit for people, right? It's actually super cool. So you can partake in the DLC even if you don't have it. Dedicated to trading. Yeah. It's not pay to win. You get the better weapons, sure, but it's not pay to win. Pay to win, I think, requires a whole lot more of a power increase than just buying the DLC. It also isn't... It also isn't... It also depends about on the skill set of the players and how you use the weapon, of course. It's definitely pay to win because your friend had to buy the DLC. Well, your friend had to buy the DLC, but you don't necessarily win, especially if you're an invader, and you can still play people like that. I think you're being unfair to the game there, Nap. I think the fact that we can trade is actually super cool. FromSoft didn't care enough to... Well, I suppose they cared, but they're not nickeling and diming us. How getting stronger stuff from buying is by definition pay to win. Yeah, but even if I have the stronger stuff, I wouldn't be able to win against those guys. And besides, I think it's not in the spirit of pay to win either. You don't buy the DLC you don't buy the DLC or the stronger weapons to win in PvP. The only restriction on dropping weapons is if they are upgraded. Yeah. Also implying that it's going to be stronger stuff. Everything in this game is situational. There is a lot of situational stuff, but the stronger stuff in this game, the strongest stuff is definitely... is definitely, the strongest stuff. The sweaty community buys the DLC to PvP with the stronger stuff. Nap. The sweaty people are like... 30... It's 13 guys and a donkey in a Discord. It doesn't count. When the game sold, I don't know, 30 million, it doesn't count. Also, you're paying for really bad weapons with the DLC looking at you perfumes. That's true. You are. I mean, you could argue that the game is pay to lose because they did add some of the worst shit in the game. God damn, I'm still super fucking pissed that they did that to the perfumes. I need something. Need anything there. I thought perhaps that the perfumes could have been... I think they could have been OP if they were quicker, because they cover so much space. I think they could have found a I think they could have found a nice middle ground. Two-hand talisman is a huge advantage. Two-hand talisman is a fair advantage, but calling the game pay to win, I think, is, again, not the correct way of looking at things. We also got some of the worst spells ever. Yeah. Hot perfume. Hot take, but the perfumes aren't that bad. Lightning perfume is the only good one, though, and that's a crime. No, I think that in any situation in PvP, at least, for PvE, I'm not gonna go into the PvE side of things, because maybe you're right there, because I don't have as much experience, even though I would question it. But I would use almost any other weapon. Almost any other weapon. Oh boy. Ooh, come on. Don't do that. Oh shit! Heal, baby. Hi, Pepe. Ah. Okay, I need to hide up a bit. Oh, that's good. Oh, he didn't expect that. There we are. Man down. I'm gonna switch it over to the Carrion Piercer. Gonna give me a little bit more length. Oh, he turned around, bastard. Good hit, though. Hey, there you go, Lisa. Ho! Early days of Elden Ring PvP without the big patch where Moonveil and Rivers of Blood reigned. Oh, that was oof, yeah. I think some new DLC weapons were meant to be offhand weapons, and specifically perfume and the one shitty throwing knife. I don't know if I agree, although some of them may work nicely. Still, it's still bad, even as an offhand weapon. It's just too slow. It's a fun weapon, though. It feels very different. Teamwork is immaculate. I think so, too. The Crucible Horns one is pretty good. Are we talking about the talismans? I never used them. I always wanted to use them, especially the one with the backstep, right? Crucible Scale, Feather Knot. They made Poison better in the patch after DLC, so Mothflight is very nice. But even so... Even so... I actually do think that when I think about it, I do think poison is a little underappreciated, especially in something like a duel. As an invader, it does get a little complicated when you have to fight off multiple people, and if they do have them boluses readily available, then alright, okay, it's gonna be more complicated. I really felt like in Dark Souls 3, it was way better. In Dark Souls 3, it was some of the best fun I've ever had. Oh, come on, I need to craft more of these big boy rocks. Best friends! You're my best friend. Where does that song come from? You're my best friend. I think it's a South Park episode. I think it's the episode where Butters has Cartman as his best robot friend. Yeah. Cartman pretends to be a robot to prank Butters. But then he figures out that Butters has some nasty blackmail material available to him. And so he has to pretend to be the robot. That's so good. That is one of the best episodes, just period. Hey, thank you, Unabit.
I'm on fire.
Appreciate it. I thought I would get him there. That would have been a good hit. Oh! Shit, the blood. Haha! Oh, a hunter has arrived. Okay. With the hunter... Come on, jump down! No! It was so close! Osmo, funny ass episode. It's one of the best. I think that's one of my top 10 episodes, together with the World of Warcraft episode and the anime episode. I love it. Casa Bonita, that's another good one. Casa Bonita. And the episode where Cartman creates a Christian rock band. I love that one as well. Hi, Tris. Perfumes exist only for those one-shot builds that got patched because Miyazaki was too inept to play his own game. No, Miyazaki didn't want a one-shot because it would ruin the experience. That's why it got patched. You can still go through and just absolutely destroy the game with different items, but not as badly as you could do it with that perfume. Blue Hood Maiden. Ooh, okay. Interesting. Is that just... Oh! Oh, no, that was an actual hit! Maybe it wasn't. Maybe it wasn't. Hmm. Oh! Guarding that, and I still took 500 damage. Really? Okay. I'm not losing any frames. So I don't think it's on my end that the game is super laggy. There we go. Death has come. That felt really nice. So now it's just you and me, darling. Oh, I don't have enough juice. Oh, you got lucky. You got lucky on that one. Thirsty. Oh, you're still in a bad spot, darling. Can I get my glint blade trio back? How long does it take me? Yeah, there we go. Die. Oh, really? That hit? Oh, maybe it's just a lazy day. It might just be a... What the fuck? Oh yeah, it's that little thing. There are a lot of filler weapons in the game that nobody uses, either because they're just bad or better weapons to use. Yes. Certain weapons...
I'm the trash man. I come out, and then I start eating garbage.
Certain weapons, especially for PvP, because the game is not really balanced around it. So they haven't really taken them into consideration. I think that a lot of the weapons exists because they want you to roleplay, they want you to use different things that you have found, they want you to create different builds, and not just the strongest build, but builds that rely on cosplays or builds that are... You know, focus on one specific element of the weapon. Maybe you want to make a crystal knight, for example. A crystal knight. But for PvP, in reality, if you don't really pay attention and you put out weapons like the Great Club, for example. The Great Club makes a lot of the other weapons just... It's just not useful. The chicken leg here. I tested this with Waifu yesterday. And where is it? So the chicken leg. The chicken leg has special juicy blood buildup. If you make it a blood weapon, it has a special juicy blood buildup. Alright, that's cool, right? But it does about 1,000 blood... It does 1,000 damage if the blood procs.
You guys all think I'm a hero, and I'll accept that responsibility.
If you just hit somebody with the Great Club with the best setup... Now, you do 1,000 damage per hit. So, other than using it for the lols, it's not good. It's basically useless because of the Great Club's existence in the game. Carrion Sovereignty isn't really an attack you hold, though. Oh, yes, it is. Yes, it is. You charge Carrion Sovereignty. You absolutely do. Because it's a one-shot. And people get confused. People don't quite understand what's coming. I will say, though, that Fire Perfume is pretty decent against the Divine Dancing Lion. I killed him with a Blessing 6 level with Fire Perfume, and it worked decently. Sure, right, it could work decently, or you could use a different weapon that absolutely destroys him in less time. Weapons aren't just bad because they're bad.
It was discovered that I wasn't mentally disabled, so they let me go.
They're bad because other weapons makes them insignificant. It's unfortunate. The cameo talisman doesn't work with carrying sovereignty, sadly. Cameo? No, the cameo no, because it's a charge attack. It works with the Godfrey icon. It doesn't work with the other one. It would have been, if that worked with both, it would have been dead. Nothing would have. It would not have worked out. I used a Morning Star in a DLC run. It's really good. Again, it's fine. It's decent. It's solid. There are better weapons. Still, you don't use weapons necessarily in PvE to just annihilate. You just use them because if you think it's fun, then you go for it. PvE and PvP is a very different beast. It's like a baseball bat versus a shotgun. Both will hurt your knees. One is just objectively better. Yeah. Ever thought about that roleplay experience? So there's a great quote. I don't know who said it. I don't remember, but it's something like, players will optimize the fun out of the game. They will optimize the fun out of the game. So if you have a lot of knowledge and you always go for everything that just immediately annihilate a boss, then I want to say you're playing the game wrong. I mean, you can play it however you want to play it, but if you kill bosses immediately and you don't get any enjoyment out of it, then you might want to reevaluate which games you buy. How the mighty of Dark Souls 3 has fallen. The mazes, they used to be so good. I did like that From did put PvP on a separate table, so they can balance PvP without impacting PvE or vice versa. Yeah, well, about that. It was an objectively good choice that they probably should have done a while back. But when they did it, I did expect a whole lot of more tweaking. It's like a mugger bringing a tank to rob somebody in a dark alley. That's a whole lot of work for not a lot of reward. Do I drink liquor? No. I don't drink at all. Can't. Liver condition. The only way to play a game wrong is to not have fun. True. Arguably, it's more enjoyable than dying to a boss over and over trying to get good at parrying or whatever. True, but, you know, if you go in there and you kill the boss without even seeing all the moves, I would argue that you are missing out on a lot of value. Part of the value of these games does lie in the struggle. Of course, if you don't have time for it, you go wild, whatever. It's up to you. It isn't gonna hurt me in any way, shape, or form. Still. I wish FromSoft gave us an actual good source of Deathblight. I think that if that was the case, you would have been saying the exact opposite. I don't think that Deathblight is something that is easy enough to balance. Deathblight would either be useless, or it would be way, way too powerful. Especially if it's just on a weapon. If a weapon just had Deathblight, I don't think that it would have been a good weapon. Or it might have been too good of a weapon. I think Deathblight is fine if you could use it for some type of Oh. Area of the Nile. Oh, Yanis. I'm gonna stab you in the back there. Cool. So that's painful. Well, that's a hit.
But soon after, it was discovered that I wasn't mentally disabled, so they let me go.
I can hear what's coming my way. I'll drink this. Ah, you finally used it, eh? Okay, no more juice for you. Lovely. Okay, that's kind of funny. That still did damage to me. Holy shit. Okay, so now... what? So I've done a lot of damage. And I think I've done enough damage to have them chase me down until I die. Or until they die. Down you go. Oh! You deserve that. You deserve that, Dracarys, for spamming that weapon. It is a, unfortunate thing to use. Huh. Did he die? Or is he just waiting for me downstairs? Probably waiting for me. There he is. Hey, buddy! I have never really fought somebody down here like this. That's gonna be nice. Ooh. Risky. Can we fight in the other room? Because I like that more. Oh! Oh, all the way back! There you go! And down into the hole. That's how we really wanted it to go. Into the hole. Hole is success. Hi, waifu. Imagine if Deathblight build-up wouldn't go down naturally over time. No magic pots? I don't think I have the, I was going to find the recipe, and then I didn't. Oh, did I pick up the recipe? Did I pick up the recipe? No, I didn't pick up the recipes. Did I? Oh, we did. No, that's Academy stuff. No, I know where it is. It is right here. It's just every time. It's every time. Every time I reload my save, I forget to pick it up. So I'm too lazy. Besides, you know, pots are fun mostly because it makes people fall over the ledges. Freezing is kind of like magic, right? No, unfortunately. I don't believe they get flung if they use that. Hey, Taxer of Steak. Hey, Clay. One of these days, when I finish my mule build, I will go to that area, I will pick up the thing, and I will put 300 magic pots in my inventory. In my bottomless box. But until then, I mean, you know. Use the shield two-handed. No. No, that's because the main point of this. Oh. Okay. If I use the shield two-handed, then the whole point of the build goes away. See, you're too focused on just what is absolutely best. I think you are robbing yourself of the pleasure of playing with a whole bunch of different playstyles. Okay, there they are. Ah! If only. Actually, he's doing the wrong thing there. Alright, we gotta go around. And he's summoning another person. We do use the shield two-handed if we have to fight against somebody who's particularly annoying, but right now I think we're fine. Oh, he would have fallen off! Alright, we wait for him. It's about here, I think. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, in the face! We wanted to land it behind him. Or slightly to the side. I think I got it in the... Yeah, that's just annoying. Okay. So he's just stabbing himself. He's trying to reach me. Oh. Hey, we actually hit him. That's funny. It doesn't hit him at all? Huh. We gotta wait a little bit. I suppose we'll go back up here. And we'll wait a little bit until we get our item crafting back. What? What is he doing? What is he aiming at? And you know, that's kind of funny. That's the same sound effect. Oh, that somebody died. Oh, there we go. Hey, buddy! Oh. Oh, friendo. Alright. Hey. No. Oh, daggers. Yeah, daggers are scary. Daggers can do damage. you survived somehow! I'm honestly impressed. Gonna heal that. There we go. Nope. And down we go. Feel a little bad for that guy though, losing all of his friends. The first friend just fell off. Just off the... Wee. Can I stab you there? Ah, no? The first friend just fell off the cliff. You wanna go into the boss? He wants to go into the boss. I love that he didn't even consider for a second he was out of FP. No, he did not. He did not. I just joined. Welcome in, that one itchy spot. Sunbro is shooting blanks, yeah. In 9 hours? Oh, wait a minute. In 9 hours? Isn't the new Doom game out yet? Oh, so one of my friends got early access to the Doom game. Doom Dark Ages release date. Huh. I thought it was out. Hey, that one itchy spot, welcome. Oh, there is an early access thing? Some bigger content creators got to play it? Well, my friend only posted a 4-minute review, so I'm honestly thinking that it's not impossible that he got early access. I get early access to a lot of Bandai Namco games. Oh, Hugh Eats Faces, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. You are a sweetie pie. You are. You are the sweetest of pies. But I wouldn't be surprised if he paid for it. I don't think... After seeing all of the reviews, the game doesn't seem like a must-play game immediately. Doom Eternal kind of was, and I have to say, Doom Eternal, that was a game that required skill. I played that game on Expert, or Ultra Nightmare mode, whatever the most difficulty was. The extreme difficulty. Because everybody in my chat was like, okay, go extreme or no balls, and of course I had to show them that I had balls, and while swinging them around would probably be sufficient, I do not think that Twitch would appreciate me showcasing my genitalia on stream. So I had to play the game. That's just how it goes. Thank you, Huey's Faces. I appreciate it. Doom 1 is so good. Oh, waifu, have you seen the video myhouse.wad? Have you seen that? If you love Doom 1, have you seen that video? Went to get a snack and came back to showcasing my genitalia on stream. Look, Spicy Fiction, are you really surprised at this point? according to everybody who has played it, I have. I'm obsessed with My House. That one. I played it thousands of times. I was really deep into the rabbit hole. Well, that's a great fucking rabbit hole to be to go into. I have watched that video. I've never played it myself, right? Because I was never that much into the earlier Doom games. But that video and that whole map is incredible. It is so well made. It is so well made. I even found the creator's name, location, everything. I'm not proud of myself. Alright. Well, I was gonna show you a really cool video, but apparently you're well versed in that rabbit hole, so there you go. If anybody else needs to watch it, everybody else needs to watch it though. It's a video called myhouse.wad inside Doom's most terrifying mod. It has 14 million views, and it is perhaps one of my favorite videos on the internet. Strictly, I should say, it's half of the reason is because I'm very, very much into that type of internet mystery. And the other reason is, well, the video is just really well made. The mod and the video together, fantastic. What did I do now? Is there a hole on this roof? I don't... Well, I can jump down here, it's fine. I wasn't thinking, I was just like, alright. Wait, there's a... Did I just... I know the video by heart. Okay. Hey, Betty. Oh, okay. Here it comes. At the same time, I got mashed. Ooh, shit. Okay, that was damage. The soundtrack of My House.wad memory entry by Hessel Fortium does. Oh my! Oh, so we're that far into it. Soundtrack. Jesus, it's an hour and 40 minutes long, and you will love every single fucking second of it, Ruku. You will love everything about that video. I don't care if you haven't played any of the Doom games. It does not matter. You know what Doom's about. Kill demons. And from there, you will find one of the most interesting fucking mods ever to grace the internet. Have you thought about doing a modded DS2 challenge? That's popular right now. A challenge that's popular right now? No, I don't pay attention to any of that. What is it? Just got the Twitch notify asking for a hug. You got your hug, Trev. You should watch the history of Daniel Larson by Turkey Tom. I watch those types of videos every now and then. I have some guilty pleasure videos, and I consider most of the drama tuber. I suppose it's not really drama tubers anymore. Turkey Tom is a little bit of a drama tuber, gets involved in drama here and there, but they are, I suppose, documentaries on internet personalities. Still, I watch them every now and then. My guilty pleasure videos are ones on Boogie2988, although he's gone out of the deep end to the point where he's just like cartoonishly evil at this point. Well, cartoonishly evil might not be the... Cartoonishly pathetic is probably a better word. And so that's not something I pay attention to all that much, but every now and then I will watch the Right Opinions videos, and I will re-watch the one about Minilad. Minilad is one of the more interesting people, in my opinion, because he really fucked everything up, and it wasn't necessary. It was lies upon unnecessary lies for... I don't know why he did what he did. But he did it, and, well, here we go. We need to do something. Oh. We need to... Oh, baby! I somehow was allowed to survive that? Cool. Oh, baby! Frostbite. More frostbite. Heal up. No. Should have made those things earlier, shouldn't I? Oh, well, that's fine. I won that through skill and, well, why not? I won that mostly through skill. Turkey Tom isn't a damn turkey. Yeah, I know! I know stuff about lolcows. The lolcow slop content, Fuck, man. I'm part of the problem, I know. I hate the lolcow stuff because it's super pathetic. But sometimes you just gotta spend some time watching bad people do bad stuff and fail miserably at life to feel better about yourself. Have I ever used Gideon's mace as a pure beatstick? Yeah. Yeah, I have. I have. It's not something I've done in ages, though. I think I haven't touched it since before the DLC come out. Before the DLC come talk about it. It's a fully randomized mod and the goal is to beat the game without dying. A fully randomized mod. Do you know the name of this mod, Shadows? What's your opinion on the most recent one, known as Low Tier God? I know of Low Tier God. I do not know anything else about him. As I said, my guilty pleasures, and when I say that, I mean I feel guilty about it, right? My guilty pleasures was Boogie 2988, and I do check in from time to time to see what shit he's lying about now. But I also, as I said earlier, paid attention to Mini Lad, although there's not much news about him, because he tried to make a comeback, nobody gave a fuck about him, and so he just disappeared again. And lately, I've been paying attention to Johnny Somali, of course. Because Johnny Somali is just the most extreme version of a nuisance streamer that you have. He has inspired a lot of other people to do bad stuff. Of course, a lot of those other people is now getting really, really blasted. Vitali being the one that most recently got fucked in the face hardcore. And I say that both metaphorically and potentially literally, given that he's now spending his time in a Filipino prison. And maybe you don't know a lot about Filipino prisons, but they are not good places to be. Whee! Oh, that's unfortunate. Dottore, though. Dottore does not have a lot of health. So that's nice. I want to go through the wall here. Oh, no? Was that me? No, that wasn't me. We're not gonna go after the host, as I said, because that's gonna make things way too simple for us. Oh boy! Oh, he saw me charge. He got me. I will admit, though, what I really wanted to do here was actually use Carian Sovereignty. Alright, seems like things are now more chill for these boys, which is lovely. Less good for me, though. Is he gonna come down? Oh, I was hoping that... Oh, I'm dying. I was hoping I was gonna be able to push him off. Didn't work. That could have been fun. Is it just me, or has there been more fat rolling in the past month? I did see that! By the way, Lost, have you tried out Armor Breaker gimmick yet? Just crunching someone's defense. Armor Breaker is a great name, but what would that entail, Shadownia? Breaking down somebody's defenses? I don't know how. He will be extradited? Who are we talking about? Johnny Somali, or are we talking about Vitali? Vitali is going to have to serve some years in a prison, I believe. Could have used the shield when on the two-handed elevator. Oh yeah, I could have. The audience of these lolcows also tend to get these people into trouble for content and laughs. So, yeah, well, most of the people that watch Johnny Somali are literally trying to get him into more and more trouble. Johnny Somali made deepfakes of certain streamers, which is like a sex crime down in South Korea. And I would not be surprised if the person who made those deepfakes for Johnny, because I don't think he's got the IQ to do it himself, specifically did that to get him into more trouble. Vitaly, it's been confirmed. When will he be, Vitaly extradited? Oh, Vitaly... how do I even write that? Extradited... whatever. The build is mostly with one-hand stuff, though, waifu. I can change it up, sure, but honestly, in that situation, I didn't really feel the need for it. So, he's facing... Johnny Somali is facing 31 years in prison. He's potentially doing that, but whenever you say he's facing 31 years in prison, that's not confirmed yet. We do not know what the amount of years he will spend in prison is. We don't know. I'm just gonna copy extradited from what you wrote there, Steel, so I can... Oh, there's so many bad websites looking here. Apparently, Vitaly's health is in serious condition in jail, according to a new update from Mist? I don't know. I can't find any news about it. Still. So Soul Stifler. Oh, but that's so bad. They would have to stand it. Oh yeah, no. I mean, there are different builds, and then there's anything that and then there's Soul Stifler. If I was gonna make an armor breaker build, and I might actually, because that sounds awesome, it would probably be something that focuses on pierce damage. A rip, Johnny? Oh, no. No rip. No rip. He's not gonna rest at all. Hey, clearly Eldritch, welcome. I think a solid 5 or 6 years. I think a solid 5 or 6 years would be a good punishment for Johnny Somali. The shield is busted. I believe the shield got the #1 spot on the waifu duel list. Because I don't know what South Korea is thinking, of course. But if it was me, people that do these types of things out in public and they are doing bad things on purpose, doing bad things because it's bad things, right, to get attention, usually they need to spend some time in jail. They just need to spend some time in jail. They need to understand that people is not going to accept that shit. If it had been caveman days, a person like Johnny Somali would have been taken out into the field, and they would have smashed his face in with rocks and clubs. Because you don't do that. You know, he's basically just ruining it for the tribe. He's a liability. He's not just a burden. He's a liability. What about HFEIL, Home for Infinite Losers? I don't know what that is. I don't think he will live for 6 years in there. Well, whatever happens to Johnny Somali or Vitali or any of these other people, I'm not going to care. If he dies in prison, he dies in prison. And I will go like, yeah, that seems about right. And then I will forget about him, and he might live on in a few on a few YouTube documentaries. Oh, Blue Hood Madden. Hey, Blue Hood Madden. All right, let's go. What is happening here? Yay! Oh, look at that! It's Johnny Somali in South Korean prison. Thank you? I don't know what's happening there. When villains die in Dragon Ball Z, they go to Home for Infinite Losers. I don't know anything about Dragon Ball Z. I tried watching some. Of course, it was the very first season. I tried starting from the beginning. That's probably a bad thing. But yeah, no, wasn't for me. It's a silly American localization for hell from Dragon Ball Z back when everything was censored. That is true. I do remember that one scene where Goku meets a woman. I don't remember her name, right? But he has never seen a woman before. And so she goes to sleep, and Goku's like, why is she so weird? Does she have a penis? And so he opens, he taps the pussy. He's like, what's happening there? Where's the penis? Tap, tap. Which character in Night Train have you found interesting? Well, I found them all interesting in their own way. I really hope that there is going to be some type of ability that allows you to, or some type of buff that allows you to modify their main ability and their skill ability. But we'll have to wait and see. I think they're all going to be fun. They seem to have a fairly different playstyle, each one of them. The 3 we got to play as earlier didn't have that much of a different playstyle. I kinda. But if I had to pick one to be the most interesting, it's probably the parry character. The parry character was one that I'm very interested in. I'm also super interested in the archer, because playing as an archer in Elden Ring seems like a very different type of experience. I am going to be playing with Prod and Chase, though, so depending on what they want to play as, it's probably going to be... we're going to have to try different characters as we all just exchanged. God, I can't talk today. I don't know. Just today's... I'm tired today. My brain ain't working right. But depending on what Prod or Chase uses, it's either going to be Arrow Man or Parry Man. I suppose I also really would enjoy trying the Berserker, or whatever his name is. You the one that can summon a big rock? That looks interesting. Modifying the battlefield like that, I think, is going to be a very dynamic and interesting way of engaging in combat. Ironic how trying to be someone on the internet by being a living headache will cost him being a no one. Knowing Chase is play as the arrow guy, I think Chase is gonna be a little bit more inclined to play as the Duchess. We're getting the Lost parry special in Night Train, of course. Of course. Hey, Vulpine. Green arrow, basically. We'll see. We'll see how it all plays out, but I am looking forward to trying out playing Elden Ring in a different way. I'm just super worried that they won't add a endless mode or something. That they don't add a way for runs to roll into each other. That's what I really want. An endless mode. Something that allows you to go as far as you can. Because if that's the case, if I can do a run, fight the boss, and then we have to adjust our characters and adjust our bonuses going into the next run, then I could potentially make like 2-hour-long videos, which I think is gonna be awesome. Hey, Vecna. Have you ever tried the Wing Asher War with the Greatsword? I believe I have, Alpine. The Wing Asher War is not an Asher War that is super exciting to me. I tried it a few times, but in the end, it's better to use that on PvE. It's better to use that on enemies that you can predict, and you can't predict players, or at least players can predict you the moment they see you running forward. Lost, does Norway, like Sweden, have julmust or påskmust? Fermented soda thing that tastes similar to kvass. I believe we do. I know we have some sort of fermented soda. I don't know if we drink it at Christmas or Easter, but we do drink it. It is part of the lineup of different things that is sold by the local microbreweries. Just got here, but you guys talking about Endless on Night Train, right? Yeah, we don't know if it's there, Vecna, but we hope it is. I hope it is. Endless for me would be awesome. How about colonization and fighting other colonists for loot, supplies, and weapons? In which game? Elden Ring? Are we colonizing I mean, don't get me wrong. I think actually that Elden Ring would make for a really interesting. It's a really interesting Age of Empires game. If somebody would make an Elden Ring Age of Empires mod, where you fight as the Storm faction, you fight as Liurnia, as Leyndell, as the Snow People, as Caelid. And maybe we can even get, like, Mesmer soldiers and the Horn sent in as well. Oh boy, I think that... Ooh, yeah. I really hope too, man. Not enough 3 days. Yeah. Yeah. Does spamming the finger help you invade faster than just waiting? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. So much faster. It does. It does. I think it probably cuts down... If you never actually do what I do, then I can understand why people are annoyed, because it probably cuts down at least half the time, if not 100% of the time, potentially. Or at least 90% of the time. I'll show you why. Yeah, I'll show you. I'll show you, Vecna. I'll show you all how much time it takes. But first, we want to avoid being murdered by these people. Oh! He didn't hit the second one! Oh, come on! I had him so close. Conquer the lands between as Jarfolk? Oh, yeah! I'd fucking play that game. And the denizens of the subterranean shunning reacts to a Walmart supercenter. Haha, how would it be? Okay, so let me show you guys, alright? If you did not know, alternating between the bloody finger... Oh, well, no, you can see it. I thought my face was above it. Alternating between these are... will help you a lot. So, now, I'm gonna use it once, and I'll probably not get an invasion, right? Oh no, I did. I did get an invasion. Next time, I'll show you next time! Ouroboros has been playing the full game. He has an interesting video uploaded. 2 seconds. A Ramon. Ooh, a blue as well. That's so fun. Everybody loves blues, don't they? Everybody loves blue. You can hear the children scream, yay! Oh, that's how he's gonna come at me, huh? I'm okay with that. Okay, so here comes a few different projectiles. And by few, I mean 3. Unless you count all of the different projectiles there as multiple in the pest threads. Because that's multiple of them. Oh, of course. That was unfortunate. Oh, that hurt me. And we're gonna pull this one to get him back up. And, well, now we just gotta avoid it for a little while. Okay, come on. Eventually they'll run out of juice, I think. And everything else. I wonder if they'll be coming after me. No. No, does not. Does Elden Ring account for level when invading? Yes. Yes, they do. Gonna be a bit of a nightmare, this one. Just a tiny bit of a... Oh, I read that wrong. Yeah, I was about, Genos, you know. Does your account level when invading? Ah! Oh, I do have some of these, though. I do. Suppose we'll just pull this. We will pull that. No hits. Oh, I'm pointing. For whatever reason, I am pointing. Oh, there we are. Okay, that was unfortunate. Heal up. Alright, so it's the blue. There we go. That, I'm not gonna lie, that got a little annoying. That got a little annoying. So we got some juice out of him. Oh, if that's death, I'm gonna be sad. Oh, it is death! Oh, it's death! You should switch out. No, I'm not gonna switch out the Godfrey icon for Radagans. No. I don't enjoy switching up that rhythm. What level am I invading? I'm invading... Oh, right. Before we do that, I promise people to show how long it takes for an invasion to start. All right. So let's say I don't get an invasion now. Let's just do that. Near and far. Let's not get an invasion. Cool. Now we wait. See, you have to wait until the next invasion before you have an opportunity to get the next invasion. There you go. That's how long it takes. But if you do it right like this, you now you get another opportunity to get an invasion. Now I get another opportunity to get an invasion. Now I get another opportunity to get an invasion. It doesn't necessarily happen, but you do get an opportunity to get an invasion. So in the time where there you go. See? That was, what was that? That was half the time maybe? So I did it 5 times, and we got an invasion in half the time. But I could have gotten an invasion immediately. So it's so quick. What about the shield talisman for the shield? What am I using now? No, I like it. I like it because here's how you should use talismans. It's not just to make your character stronger. You want to incentivize the playstyle that you have with talismans that makes that playstyle fun for you. So if you enjoy using a lot of heavy... If you use a lot of heavy attacks, then you should use the talisman that gives you bonus for heavy attacks. Is the meta just to repeatedly spam the bloody finger? No, you have to switch between them, because if you just spam one of them, it just turns it off. Also, we're in the wrong area. But you're not using spells. Sure I am. I am using spells, just not that much. Hey. Hey. Oh. I'll admit, I thought I had a different weapon there. That was fun! Ugh. What are you switching between? I'm switching between the... What should you call it? I'm switching between... the Milady and the Karen Sorcery Sword. Bulma. Oh, that was the name of the lady that I talked about earlier, I believe, who got her vagina tapped by Goku. Hey, Lost. Told my boss a couple of days before that I'll be taking today and tomorrow tomorrow as days off, because I'll be traveling to Turkey. And he agreed suddenly yesterday and sent a formal email saying that under no circumstances can anyone take today and tomorrow off. Anyways, I'm enjoying Turkey right now. That sounds like a Reddit story. That sounds like a story. You know, you gotta come into work today, but I'm in Turkey. Well, can you take a plane home? I really need you at the cash register. I'm like, no, dude, I'm in fucking Turkey. You can suck my spicy penis. Hey, Lost, what's the name of the great arrows that causes large gust of wind when they hit? It's the golems. It's the golem arrows. And you can find them... Oh, give me a second. Hello! Alright. That was him. And now you and I can fight. Oh! He uses blood. I like that. It's a dangerous weapon though. Ooh, he can probably murder me. If we don't do it right, he can probably murder me, so we need to be a little bit more careful. Oh, I'm sorry, dude, but the moment you do that, I'm gonna turn passive. That was a nice little swing. GG. So, where do you find the arrows? So, they're called golem arrows, and you have to farm them. And you will farm them... Actually, over here. Those two golems right down here. You go to this... grace right here, and there's two golems right here. You just kill those guys again and again and again. I'm getting decent invasions now, but... Nobody farms them, let's be honest. No, the best thing you could do, Leona, is go to the internet and ask somebody to drop them for you. The internet is helpful that way. Do you farm the arrows? To be fair, I don't believe I have a lot of them.
Your family now.
I have 35. So I did actually farm those 35 arrows. Somebody may have... Oh, I got the hiccups now. Somebody may have given them to me, but I also may have forgotten to back up my save. So, yeah, no, I did farm them. Or if your PC just used cheat engine, yeah. That's probably the best way of them. Hmm. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. He's inside of that little area now, isn't he? Sadako. Isn't that the spooky lady from The Grudge, or The Ring, or The Circle, or The Spiral, or whatever it's called? That wasn't a hit. For what reason? Ooh, that looked like it would be painful. Here we go! Ivy, your friend is dead. I killed you. Alright, so I was gonna throw that at your face. No, no. Oh. If only I could have kept him in that little corner a little longer. Ah. Isn't using cheat engine to prevent hundreds of hours of farming to participate in PvP just immoral? I put 700 hours into this game and I still found new stuff when I used cheat engine. Oh, what did you find? Okay, I'm curious. What did you find? Also. Hello everyone, I'm Lost, and today we are using a Mage Knight. I have the Carrion Sorcerer Sword at plus 25 and the Magic Milady. The point of this is to use the Carrion Sorcerer Sword to confuse your opponents with a variety of different spells. I'm also using the Milady because we got Carrion Sovereignty on it. I haven't used that much and it's a lot of fun. Don't egg me! Don't egg me, I'm doing the intro! As far as the stats are concerned, I'm level 169, nice, with 60 vigor, 36 mind, 30 endurance,
But
17...
soon after, it was discovered that I wasn't mentally disabled, so they let me go.
17 strength, 19 dexterity, and 17 intelligence. Anything else you want to take a look at? Alright, here are my things. Here are my talismans. Enjoy the invasions, everybody. I did it. You can't confuse what doesn't think. Well, look. Close enough. Do you ever do low-level invasions? Very rarely. And by very rarely, I mean never, because I made one. I made one mule, and that was it. The mule is 130, 135 or 125 or something. I don't remember. It doesn't really matter.
You guys all think I'm a hero, and I'll accept that responsibility.
What we will be doing now is I'm going to be using a build that I tested
Your
with
family
only
now.
waifu. We actually got a few different builds in. So what I have the Pierce one, the Godfrey Axe one, and the Troll. You know what? The Pierce one is fine. I'm back from my shower. What are you changing to? Well, I want a different type of armor. Oh, thank you, Ruku.
You didn't look at the camera long enough. The sandwich maker is going to be pissed.
I think the sandwich maker will be fine. I hope. And it's not a sandwich maker. It's just a straight up sandwich. So that was 30, oh god, 34, 20, and 12, I think, which I already have. Here we are. And it's strength to dex. Cool. All right. Probably still going to be mostly strength here, though.
Is it time?
How much intelligence? 20. All right. 34. Let's also get endurance up to 40. There we go. And if I go just straight... So 81. So 84. What did I focus on again? God, am I stupid? Oh, 844. Okay, so 844. 871. That looks good, though. Look at that. The dishwasher, you mean? Yeah. So I love that she uses a sandwich in your video. She's hilarious. She is. Oh, okay, so funny thing, right? Funny thing. So I did a while back, a few years now. I did a horror game, and I was my usual charming self with a healthy dose of misogyny in it. But actually, no, that was the opposite. I wasn't being misogynistic. I was just my normal charming self. No racism, just playing a horror game. And my wife, I said like one thing in it, and it was like, women can be monsters too, #feminism. And my wife used that as a title in the video. And there was somebody who really started complaining in that video about me being misogynistic. Even though half of the jokes there that was made in the title and thumbnail was my wife who made them. So, you know, it's so fucking hilarious. Alright, so we have lacerating cross tree. Maybe jumping could be better, or heavy. We'll see. We'll see what we do. We'll probably do a lot of running attacks, so why not? Later, Rastone. Quality colossal weapons from why? Why? Well, there should be quality colossal weapons. There should be, so that people who enjoy colossals and who enjoy quality builds also gets a little bit. Retaliatory cross tree for crouch attacks. What's the crouch attack again? Oh yeah. You know what? Yeah. Wait. Oh yeah, because this goes like that, yeah. For the pierce, yeah. Aren't crouch attacks good now with colossals? Yeah, no, they are. Just look at the speed. Look at the speed on that one. Lost, which character in Night are you gonna do first? It depends on what Chase and Prod is gonna be using. But probably Parryman or Arrowman. I could also just go with Wilder. You know, standard box art knight. Wilder's gonna be a good character. That is a fan. That's just such a good attack, because he steps forward. I love it. Not Birdman? Prod might actually be the one who plays Birdman. I'm not going to be Birdman. Night Train's collector's editions can be pre-ordered right now. I already pre-ordered mine, and I might even get it for free from my Namco Bandai guy. Anyways. Hey, 666! Did we fight earlier? Hey! No, you look very red, so I don't think you did. GG. Did you not have a friend there? No. What system are you playing on? Night Train or Elden Ring? Well, it's gonna probably be PC, but here's the thing. Chase had his PC fucked up, and so maybe we have to play on the PlayStation. I will buy Night Train on both consoles. You don't have to worry about a thing, alright? So I will be playing both with my PlayStation brethren and my PC sisters. I assume everybody who is on PC is a woman, by the way. That's the smart thing to do on the internet. A woman with really big tits and who wants to fuck the bejesus out of me. That's what I assume everybody I talk with on the internet are. Why do you call him my Namco Bandai guy? Makes it sound like he's your weed plug. I mean, you kinda. He's a little... He's... Look, my Namco Bandai guy, right? It sounds a little cool. See, I have a guy. Do you have a guy? No, you don't have a guy. I have a guy. Although, the only thing that I really wanted from him was early access to Elden Ring, and he didn't give that to me. In fact, he didn't give Elden Ring to me at all, despite promising that I would get access to Elden Ring. So, or hinting at it. I shouldn't say promise. He did hint at it. But I did get a free copy of Cyberpunk. I got a free copy of a bunch of RPGs that I don't remember the name of. Falling Star Jaw Beast just triggered my PTSD of Overload Phantom spending L2 for 15 minutes straight. Yeah, I mean, that would happen. I wish Gisa's wheel was overhead every time to help with the bleed. Yeah. The Gisa wheel, they didn't think that much... they didn't think about the attacks like that. They didn't think about it. They probably thought, hey, let's put this gimmick on this weapon and just leave it at that. I hope that From really gives us more to chew on once their next big game comes out. Oh. So that's a dead guy. Okay. Oh, right. That's Derek? Not Derek! Stop that. I can do that. I'm gonna kill Derek before I kill Greedy, I think. I think I would have hit that if only... You have other attacks! Go away! Seriously. Seriously. Alright, bye-bye, Derek. I'll let you live for now. I'm honestly wondering what the next Souls games can be about. Another medieval fantasy with different flavoring? Yeah. Yeah, I think that's the... Yeah. That's what it's gonna be. It's gonna be exactly that. I don't particularly enjoy medieval Japanese fantasy, so... I'm very happy to keep it at medieval Europe. Ah, right. Titles. Mage Knight. Mage Knight. Update title. Mage Knight. Plus Pointy Bonk. There you go. Elden Ring is my favorite role-playing game. Hey, I think that's a lot of people's favorite role-playing game. Hello? Is it me you're looking for? Probably not. hear something. Oh. Oh, hi. Guys? Why is... Alright. This is where they go. Down, please. This is a dangerous place for me to be. But this is a dangerous place for a lot of people to be. So, one furled finger is down. Hi, darling. I killed your friend. Your friend is dead. Maybe not focus on you. Maybe focus on your friend instead to really make it last. Well, okay, it didn't last all that much longer, but look. All the people that you loved and cared for are dead. And I didn't send them to heaven either. I sent them to the void. Not hell. That would indicate that they keep existing. No. I sent them into the blackness that completely tears their souls apart. Until there is nothing left. Not even microscopic pieces of their essence. No. They're all gone. Forever. There's no coming back. No resurrection. Nothing. How do you feel about that? You feel good? Do you feel bad? Maybe you just dislike them as well. Maybe you weren't a big fan. Maybe they were like just family members that you had to keep around. Maybe you secretly hated them. In which case, I did you a favor. But here's the thing though. Just because you didn't like your family members and you're grateful for me that I did you a favor, that doesn't mean that I won't do the same thing to you. Ah, I know what you're doing. I've been there before myself. It's clever. It is. Ooh. Fantastic. Fantastic. Another blue. That is fantastic. Honestly, I think that getting a blue here was the right thing. Because it makes it a little bit more difficult. Oh, well, that's another blue down, I suppose. Okay, what were we talking about? Oh, yes. We were talking about me sending you to the endless oblivion. You want to go up there? Do you want to go up on top of that thing? I bet you do. Why wouldn't you? Ooh, it went down again, or I suppose up. Oh, another hunter! That's fun. Yeah, you can wait. Oh, all right. I probably shouldn't have done that. I was enjoying my little monologue. The rest of the world has medieval times too, but no one ever makes a fantasy game about them. I guess it's because knights are just so prevalent. It's just such a romantic thing, right? Knights, samurai, those two warrior classes is prime candidacy for fantasy stuff. But I would absolutely appreciate and love a Souls-like set in a more Persian area. I love the Prince of Persia games, and I love the architecture, and I love the areas that you explore when you're playing games like that. There is a wide spectrum of different areas that you could explore in such a setting, and I hope they do. I can't wait for the next Souls title. Well, to be fair, it has been 3.5 years, hasn't it, since Elden Ring came out? In the Middle East, they also had mounted cavalry. Yeah, I would love that. I would love it. If nothing else, give us a game where you also explore that type of culture. But yeah, Knight and Samurai are the most stereotypical cool, I'd say. Yeah, probably. Oh my god, I would love it if we got a Persian Lovecraftian setting. That's not something that you see a lot. Merry Lovecraftian, make it a little bit like Demon Souls. Well, Demon Souls, Bloodborne, married within a Persian setting. Yeah, absolutely. You think we're gonna get another Souls game in the next 2 years, Drunken? Is that what you're saying? Ah, I thought maybe I should have jumped. Pice back. That didn't happen during the medieval times, though. Wait, what? Lovecraft? You can have monsters. I don't think we'll get that. I think there's gonna be I think within the next 2 years there'll be another Armored Core. I think there's gonna be a little bit more time, though. Because Miyazaki is stopping work. Look, remember, Miyazaki has been working on Duskbloods for quite some time. It's not a big project, but once he's done with Duskbloods, then he's gonna start on the next project, which could take... God, it could take, Jesus, another 5 years? Every fantasy has some Lord of the Rings shit. True, but I don't think that's because... I think Lord of the Rings did it best, but every fantasy game has Lord of the Rings fantasy elements because it just fits. If only he didn't waste his time with Duskbloods. I think it's not a waste of time. I think calling it a waste of time is the wrong way to look at it. He's gonna get experience with multiplayer elements, which is gonna be super important for the next big game. Do you want multiplayer to end up like Elden Ring again? I don't think so. I don't think so, boyo. So this is actually Duskbloods. While I hate that it's a Switch exclusive, I absolutely hate it. It's good that he does it. Ooh, nice. I think people are gonna be super mad at me if I kill DLC 2. But that's... Oh, I thought maybe I would get him. Oh. Okay. Tolkien did invent the fantasy genre. He defined it. But the fantasy genre has been around since before Tolkien. Granted, stuff like orcs and the more elegant versions of elves that you see in all games now are very much derived from Tolkien. Latency is brutal, it seems. Yeah. Also getting super hungry, man. Ask the woman. Wife! Wife! Woman! Woman! Are you getting a little hungry? Okay, well, I'm getting to be a little hungry, so we should probably think about dinner. Hey, Dace. Douglas, what do your elf eyes see? Well, your shoes certainly need repairing. Yeah. Oh fuck! Right, I'm gonna get hurt now, aren't I? No? Okay. That thing just ignored me. Well, it didn't ignore me, but. Black Wind. Ooh, that's edgy, but that's edgy in a cool way. Ooh, baby. Gonna heal that. I'm gonna use this. What are you guys doing? What are you doing, step bro? Oh, okay, 1 second. Mm-hmm. Okay, I'm gonna just go back up here, because we need to do that. Excuse me. Here we go. Getting my health back. What are you even trying to do here, sir? Oh, that was accidental establishing dominance, but, you know. Okay. I think he just decided he's not gonna win this, so, you know what? Certainly, GG. Such beautiful world building Tolkien did. Tolkien, great, fantastic author. Very, very good. Elden did irreparable damage to the community's overall skill? No, I don't think so. I think it just brought in so many more people. It didn't ruin the skill of anybody. It just brought in so many new people. I hate it too whenever I accidentally establish dominance. Yeah? Oh yeah. All right. Ouroboros. I wanted to check. Ouroboros. I played Night Rain all weekend. Oh yeah, he streamed it, so he didn't make like a video on it, did he? No, he streamed it. Ah. Hi guys. Ooh. I think that could hurt me. You should be more careful with swinging that type of magic around. Ooh. No! The small explosion at the end. Malenia is an optional boss for actual Souls fans who like it difficult. So the way Elden Ring does it is that you can get access to items that allow you to more easily defeat the boss, which does make Elden Ring a lot more of an accessible game than the previous Souls games. Because in the previous Souls games, if you ended up fighting a boss that you just couldn't deal with, well, you ran into a hard wall. But I do think that the bosses in Elden Ring are much more difficult than the bosses in Dark Souls. Dark Souls 1, 2, and 3. It's just that your character is much more strong. If you took any boss in Elden Ring and put it in Dark Souls 3, that would probably be one of the most difficult bosses in the game. The bosses in Elden Ring are programmed to roll catch you. FromSoft know the timings, and you can't just roll wherever you want to go. You can't just swing around and hit the opponent in the buttocks. They have delayed hits that last forever that will really fuck with you. In fact, I don't know the anime, but there's a meme going around in my short sections of YouTube where there's this like big strong guy who just does this. And he stands there and he waits, and then there's a smaller guy running at him, and the smaller guy's like, "Oh, he's got his arm up. Should I go from here? Should I go from here? Should I go from here?" And the guy's just accessibility is bad. Stop right there. Immediately. Immediately. Stop that shit immediately. Accessibility is not bad. Having accessibility should be super good. There is very little accessibility to PvP. People have no idea how the level system works, where the level... You have to go to a website to figure this out. So accessibility is not bad. Not even by a long shot. People like to say that accessibility is bad because they very often conflate that idea with dumbing shit down. And while dumbing shit down can happen at times when you make something more accessible, those two things are not the same, and it should not be treated as the same thing. Souls games should have stayed niche. Again, that's a bullshit statement, and it's fucking stupid, because now you're gatekeeping something that is incredibly fun and valuable to a bunch of other people. The increase in player base was not worth the overall average drop in IQ of the player base. Not gatekeeping is good. Oh, fuck off, Drunk Souls. Go fuck off. Just fuck you. Fuck you. That's stupid. I disagree with every single word in that statement. You come across as somebody who's just angry that now other people get to enjoy my game. Shut the fuck up. Jesus Christ. Accessibility is bad. Don't use summons. It's not like beating the game. No. Elden Ring has... If we had more accessible PvP, there would be more people playing it. There would be more people learning the skills necessary to become good, and it would be a good thing for the community. I'm angry. Well, look, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it. You're not angry. That's stupid. That is stupid. If the Souls games had explained how to engage in PvP properly, then we would have much more people. And it's not just in Elden Ring. This was happening since Demon Souls. And in Demon Souls, it was like, fine, okay. Demon Souls, we don't know what fucking soul tendency is. Whatever. Whatever. Dark Souls 1, okay, they're figuring this shit out with the whole, with everything about invading and shit. Okay, fine. We're figuring shit out. Okay. Dark Souls 2, it's a little better now, but they're still not explaining soul memory. They're still not explaining any of these other things that is basically keeping people out of PvP. Dark Souls 3, at this point, you know, you kind of accept it as a quirk, but it shouldn't be like that. Elden Ring? Now it's just... Now it's just, what? What are we talking about? Why can't you explain such things? It would be a healthier game. It would be a healthier game. No. No, no, no. PvP is always going to have flaws. It'll never be perfect. This is true because some of the stuff that makes Elden Ring great, or Souls formula or the Souls formula in general great, is also the things that allows for it's also the same thing that allows for griefing and ganking, right? For example, you have all of these really interesting different areas where you can fight. In some of those areas, people have figured out that they can what's it called again? AFK farm. All right, you can AFK farm in certain areas, and that's a byproduct of the fact that FromSoft has created a lot of interesting areas for us to invade in. Now, would it be great of them if they went to those different areas and, like, sectioned them off and removed the ability to AFK farm? Yeah, that would be great. That would be awesome. But, I would certainly not have Redditors going around saying, I was invaded by a max-level invader in the tutorial. Yeah, exactly. Because if you could just... If you had, like... Okay. Example. In the arena, there is a plaque that explained how invaders at this range can only invade invaders here. But the premise is not wrong. No, the premise is straight up 100% wrong. It is gatekeeping at its finest, or at its worst. Don't say that shit. Don't say that shit. Even if the average skill of the player base has gone down, that's still fine if there's a ton of people playing. If there's a ton of people playing, then the average skill would go up. Or now it might go down, but there would be more people at the top of the game. Hatred has increased to insane levels. Well, here's the thing, Drunk Souls. I expect better from you. You are a YouTuber, and you should understand how these things works. Instead of just saying that people are worse now. We need... The PvP in these games are so good that people have created communities around it, and they are explaining everything you need to know on websites. And that type of shit is something that FromSoft should do themselves. we're getting mauled about invaders in dumb ways. Yeah, well, if... Yeah, no, I've said my piece there. It is straight up what we... That's straight up the case. People will hate invaders no matter what. Yeah. They were hated in Dark Souls 1. They were hated in Dark Souls 2. They were hated in Dark Souls 3. I got shit in Dark Souls 3 much more actually than I got shit in Elden Ring. I think it's because I don't even know why. I think maybe those niche players that everybody wants so badly. And here's another fucking reason for why this shit should not be gatekept. More people equals more views equals more money. I mean, for me, for you guys, that's not super important, right? For you guys, that's not super important. But this is one of the reasons that I'm super angry that they put Duskbloods on top of as a Switch 2 exclusive, because it's gonna hurt the views. I'm fairly certain that if Duskbloods had been a well, it's not an exclusive. If it had been not an exclusive, then there would be YouTubers living off of that game alone. Of that game alone. If you're enjoying stream, why not donate to Lost today? That I do appreciate the money. I feel like PvP has the least amount of views in Elden Ring. Yes. Yeah, Chase is a unique scenario, and while Waifu gets great views, it's not the straight up Waifu is not the straight up invader. You know, you make video essays, detailed essays about weapons, and done so in an editing style that is that nobody else has done in the game. You know, explaining concepts, which is very different from just straight up invading. Oh, shit. I do understand, we just disagree. Well, here's the thing. You're... Oh, God. You're off his niche. No, we're not! Especially you! You talked to me earlier today, about how YouTube ain't giving you shit. Well, if Elden Ring had more invaders, more people playing the game, your views would be better. Your views would be better. And the reason why PvP is in its lowest state ever has nothing to do with the game being more accessible. Honestly, it's the other way around. It's that PvP is intrinsically less focused on. It's all the genotype videos that get millions of views. Oh yeah, no hit runs, challenge runs. All of those things are fantastic. In the end, we just blame the more unbalanced weapons for the problems of PvP skill. Yeah. I feel like FromSoft has neglected PvP. Oh, they have neglected it. They have yet again refused to explain anything about how it works. Oh really? Where are the covenants? There are no covenants. And covenants would be an excellent way, again, to explain how PvP works. Excellent way. No covenants. So the covenants did damage, and of course the going from 6 to 4 did damage. The Elden Ring DLC was one of the biggest disappointments of the past few years for me. I think the DLC was fantastic. I think it's a 10 out of... Well, if you're a PvE player, it's a 10 out of 10. If you're a PvP player like me, then yeah, no, I get you. It's a disappointment. But how you score that that DLC, I think very much depends on what you're looking for. And if you're looking for PvE, I think it's a 10 out of 10 as far as like good things things are concerned. If you're looking for something different, then you know it is what it is. PvD that affects everyone in the niche. Yeah, there's a lack of interest in Elden Ring, and if the PvP was explained more, then then we would get more people. Of course, it would still be handicapped due to the lack of covenants and players, as in how many you can have in one world. But accessibility is something that I think FromSoft should work on. And I'm not talking about giving us an easy mode. I am not saying that they should give us a mode where you can just turn it on and the game plays for itself, like if you were blind. I'm sorry, if you're a blind person, playing Souls games isn't for you. It just isn't. But I am saying that they need to explain basic fucking concepts, which they refuse to do. The Shadow of the Erdtree map is awesome. I think that the Shadow of the Erdtree map does suffer from being too large. So this area right here, terrible for invasions. This area right here and this area right here, terrible for invasions. It's not too bad if you're just a PvEer. This area is not bad if you're a PvEer. You just go there and go like, oh my god. Basically, what you see here is story stuff, right? This entire area exists to be story stuff. That's all it exists for. It would have been awesome if it wasn't, but hey, we got what we got. I got it under control, Granny. I've been tempted to try a literal blind playthrough of Dark Souls 1, play blindfolded with a friend next to me, and see how far I can get. Actually, didn't Prod try that? Maybe. I believe they don't want to explain stuff because they want to make co-op and PvP feel ethereal and mysterious. But just, it comes out as confusing and dumb. So, yeah, here's the thing. I think that it did feel ethereal and mysterious when it started out. Right? I think it did feel like that. Again, it took me until the remake until I fully understood world tendency. And in Dark Souls 1, okay, sure. But at this point, I think that the angle that they're taking on this is doing more bad than good. We don't need FromSoft to explain every little thing about every weapon, because players are gonna find interesting and new ways of doing this. They're gonna find interesting and new ways of using weapons, and then FromSoft is gonna have to react and then patch it. I mean, that's how they should have done it. And which is fine, you know, you don't explain everything, but you gotta explain, alright, which level can I invade now? Just have a button that you could push that goes like, okay, I'm level 125. Here's the level bracket that you can invade in. If they had that level, the invasion calculator, in the actual game, explained with text. Clear logic. It's not that many people, Granny. It's big and empty because the world building elements of it. So on one hand, I do understand that it's big and empty in certain areas, like the finger runes, but the runes of Ra and other areas, them being empty is just a disappointment, right? That is just a disappointment. Oh, can I? No, that was too late. I'll accept that one. That was too late. I still need to get that rhythm down. Of course, I think that he did understand what I was doing. The majority of the DLC is empty. A fair amount of it, yeah. Instead, they introduce more anime stuff to trivialize PvE and PvP. Well, that has nothing to do with.
Can I offer you a nice egg in this trying time?
That has nothing to do with gatekeeping anything, right? That has nothing to do with what you talked about. The introduction of the anime stuff, whether you like it or not, that's their prerogative. That's their prerogative. Whether you, yeah. But it doesn't play into the less people should play the games or less stuff should be explained. Elden Ring is a fantastic game, and I want as many people as possible to be able to play it. Why can't I climb this shit? I suppose I use the thing. I just got done fighting a cheater. Bro is invisible. Well, Pine, that's not necessarily a cheater. That might just be a bad connection. That's most likely a bad connection. If you fight somebody who's invisible, then what you can do is you can use a Phantom Requisite Finger and reload the area, and he will be visible again. It's just something it doesn't load properly when you engage. It happens. Hey, Hastian. Misaki himself leads with his feeling, not logic. Yeah. Yeah. He does. I remember exploring the ruins of Ra, and I felt like, okay, there was an item over here, an item over here, and an item over here, and it was just useless crafting materials that I didn't use anyway. "15 days until night rain." Yeah. Invisible phantoms have always been an issue. Same kind of decent connection. Yeah, that I didn't really explore. I didn't find any of those in Dark Souls 2, but I did get a lot of them in Dark Souls 3. Monster Hunter Wilds is a good example of how you do both wrong. I couldn't get into Monster Hunter. I couldn't. I'm just saying gatekeeping is good to trigger PvEers. No, again, no. No. The question of balance is not... The question of balance is not a question of accessibility. These games are accessible in a way where you could argue that you can break these games down with specific weapons. But what makes Elden Ring great in a way that different Souls games hasn't been, and arguably what makes them more accessible, is that you don't have to fight a certain boss at a certain time, and you can go and explore more other areas and find weapons that work better. The combat is especially for PvP, is not dumbed down. No, I will never agree that gatekeeping is good. Never. As many people as possible. As many people as possible. Gatekeeping, as I said, is probably ruining your YouTube channel more than anything else. Or ruining your views, I should say. I gatekeep your Discord. Well, that's a bit of a different thing. Any gatekeeping that happens, I would argue, is only when things get extreme, like make an easy mode. Instead, you make things in the game that helps explain and assist players in playing the game. Okay, give me a second. Question is, are they down below? No, I think they're up there. Hi, buddy! Oh. I love this game so much. Dinner in 5 minutes? Alright, that was an excellent invasion to end on. Great. But I'm going to go eat dinner now. And I will be... I think I will raid Darkest Dame. I have yet to... she has raided me more than I have raided her, so I think she deserves that. She's playing Oblivion, and she's a very cool lady. So we will give... Rated me. Following. There we go. Wait. What the... There we go. Start that raid. And YouTube chat, as per usual, I'm sending you to the Shadow Realm. Bye-bye.